So the Vantop Moment 6S has landed on my desk. This is Vantop's brand new action camera which can shoot 4K at 60 frames per second natively and 12 megapixel photos. Now you do have built-in Wi-Fi, dual screens, so that's a small 0.96 inch OLED screen on the front and a 2.33 inch IPS HD display on the back. Now the camera does come with a whole bunch of accessories to keep you busy, including a uniquely designed remote controlled watch which can be worn on your wrist, but the actual remote part can be removed and reattached from the wrist strap for convenience. Also, the remote control has a very interesting design. It's made from a combination of metal and plastic. So you've got a metal body with plastic buttons on the front, and I believe the remote control is not splash proof. Now you do get two 1200 mAh batteries included in this package. And if that's not enough, you're also getting a USB-C external microphone included in the package. So yes, the camera does support 4K at 60 frames per second. However, as you can see, image stabilization is not available on most of the higher frame rates, but image stabilization is available in 4K 30, 1080p 60 and 2K 30. So first of all, let's go ahead and check out what 4K at 60 frames per second looks like. So this is 4K at 60 frames per second with image stabilization off. So you don't get image stabilization when you're shooting 4K at 60 frames per second. And also, this is what the audio sounds like. So I am now shooting 4K at 30 frames per second with the brand new Vantop camera. And this time we do have image stabilization on. And the video quality does look very stable, especially on the viewfinder. So now it's time to put that image stabilization to the ultimate test. I have the camera mounted to my electric bike. I am shooting 4K at 30 frames per second with image stabilization on, and I am reaching speeds from 10 to 25 kilometers per hour. So I am going quite fast, and this is what the stabilization looks like. So now it's time for the 12 megapixel photo samples, and whilst you are checking out the photos, let's talk about the camera sensors. Now this camera has the AMBARELLA H22 chipset along with the Sony IMX377 image sensor. Now photo quality is generally good, simply point and shoot to achieve great results. Photos are detailed with good dynamic range, sky detail looks good, colors are also accurate. So that was the video and photo samples of the Vantop Moment 6S. Now I am quite pleased with the results, even though this new Vantop camera looks very reminiscent to the SJ Cam SJ8 Pro. In fact, all the buttons, layout, systems, menus, everything looks identical to the SJ8 Pro. Maybe it is a rebrand, but certainly not a bad thing, especially as I can tell you from personal experience that Vantop provide superb after sales and support, giving you peace of mind if you do decide to pick up this new camera. Now this camera has a single multifunctional USB-C port which you can use to charge the device, data transfer, or connect the microphone. And at the bottom of the camera you have your tripod mount and your battery compartment, which also has your MicroSD card slot, and this supports MicroSD cards up to 128 gigs. Now the system menus are very user friendly and easy to navigate with a very responsive touchscreen. Now the remote control is quite impressive. It pairs very easily and then allows you to control various functions such as take photo, video, switch camera on and off, and more. So the Vantop Moment 6S is actually a great action camera. Video quality looks superb at all resolutions. So 4K, 2K and 1080p all look great. I especially like how smooth 4K 30 frames per second looks, especially with electronic image stabilization on. Now the stabilization was buttery smooth even when I'm going 25 miles per hour on an electric bike. The footage looked smooth and stable. Now photo quality was equally great. Now the only letdown I could find was the internal microphone was a little bit distorted on the default setting. But I did discover that if you turn the microphone volume down slightly from camera settings, then the audio becomes very nice and clear. So not an issue as such as long as you go ahead and change those settings. Battery life is pretty standard. You can expect around 70 to 80 minutes when shooting 4K video. So that brings us to my top action camera chart for 2019, showing you the latest cameras and seeing how they compare with each other. And as you can see, the new Vantop 6S takes position 4 on this chart with a rating of 8.6 out of 10. Now I feel a comparison needs to be done with the Akaso V50 Pro and V50X to find out which action camera is better, and maybe the Vantop might be able to move up a rank or two. So if you want to know what's going to happen between these cameras, then make sure you are subscribed and following. Meanwhile, you can view all my charts online at chigstech.com and read them at your leisure. So bottom line, even though this camera appears to be an identical or even a rebrand of the SJ-Cam SJ8 Pro, the fact of the matter is it's cheaper than the SJ8 Pro and you're getting a lot more value in terms of accessories. You get 2 batteries, a remote control and even an external microphone. This action camera is feature packed. You have loop recording, distortion correction, supports both H.264 and H.265 encoding. You have time-lapse mode, slow motion, and lots more. For the price, this is a great action camera offering you great value and quality with quite a feature-packed product. And with that being said, I'll leave the links in the description so you guys can check this product out. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a brilliant day. I'll see you guys in the next one.